Thanks for coming in today. See if this works tonight. See if we can get a stream in without too many issues. It's just going to be a simple flight today. Simple flight today plan that we got going here. If I can find the actual page. There we go. We're going to depart from Cedar City Regional right down here. It's a nice little mountain view on our over the side here. What mountains are these? Bryan Head. Got Cedar Breaks National Monument, everything going on over here. So that's kind of all neat. Taking off out of here, we're just going to follow I-15. Follow it all the way up here to the north and I guess slightly east to Provo. Right here on good old Salt Lake up in Utah. And that's going to be it. Just one leg, simple. See if my computer can handle the stream today. Nothing crazy about that. Fingers crossed that, you know, we can actually make this work without too much issue. We'll see. I don't have that much faith, but we'll give it a try. Let's get into the cockpit and get this thing started. I need to do a few things here. I need to turn the fuel pumps on, or the fuel on. New York's NYARTCC controller, thanks for coming in today. Let's turn all this on. Gotta turn the fuel pumps on. Let's clear ahead of the airplane here. Clear prop. And we'll clear the right, clear prop again. Two good starts. We can turn the fuel pumps off. Got here, we can turn the strobes on, recog on. Daytime is good. All that is set. Alright, very good. Let's turn this on. We've got ourselves an airplane that's running. Alright. I'm just going to go ahead and put in the Provo in here, since again that's the only place we're going, so I might as well just have it lined up. I'm going to be using the heading pretty much just to follow I-15 the entire way, but we'll have this just for distance reference when we get a little bit closer in case ATC does come online for Salt Lake, which would cover Provo, which is Kilo Papa Victor uniform. Right there, Provo Municipal, that's where we're going. We'll activate that. So we know we got 164 miles to travel in our Piper Seminole to get up there. Nothing too crazy. We're going to have to depart off of runway 20 because of the wind. But eventually we're going to be on about a 040 heading. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set that 040 heading right there, and then we'll do the downwind departure. That's going to be a right downwind departure to avoid the mountains there off to our right in front of us there. So right downwind departure off of runway 20. So you see 20, we'll taxi, we'll cross this small little runway, head up there, we'll do a right downwind departure, and we'll start our heading to kind of follow I-15 on the way up. Pretty simple stuff. Zach Bartig, thank you for the follow. Did you decide to get a new Twitch name? Appreciate you coming in today. I could have sworn you had a Twitch already, but maybe I was wrong. Or maybe you just got a new name. Either way, thank you for the follow. What am I looking at here? Fuel-wise, I should have plenty of gas, but let's adjust it just a little bit. Just to make sure we absolutely have enough gas. Should have more than enough, I'm sure. Everything is ready to go, so I guess we could taxi on out. There is no ATC here. This is an uncontrolled field, so I'm just going to go on to the Unicom 122.8, set up on the top there, and let everybody know what I plan to do here. always just lurked on streams without an account. Oh, well, welcome to having an actual Twitch, Zach. It's good to have you aboard. Cedar City traffic, Seminole 124, Mike Charlie is taxiing runway 20. We're going to cross runway 26, Cedar City. Well, excellent. Happy to have you aboard, buddy. Thanks for popping into the stream. See how far we can go without having internet issues. I'm not expecting a whole lot, I'll be honest with you. We're clear on the right, we're clear on the left. Clear to cross, it's uncontrolled. I don't think anyone else on VATSIM is out this way right now. I doubt it. But we will make our call. We're going to do a right downwind departure out of here, as we discussed. I probably need to lean the mixture a little bit more for the departure here. Since we're already up at 5,600 feet, we're going to climb to 9,500 is going to be our cruise altitude, or at least that's what I'm planning for. Should be plenty. Shouldn't have any obstacles or anything to deal with along the way here. Do have Rex weather force active, so we've got the real winds. It's perfectly clear skies right now in Cedar City, so that's not anything we have to worry about at the moment. And again, fingers crossed that my internet actually holds up tonight. See what happens. I don't know how much faith I have, chat, but never know. Cedar City traffic, Seminole 124, Mike Charlie is going to be departing runway 20 with a right downwind departure to the northeast, Cedar City. Let's get on out of here. And we're up at altitude, so it is, as you can see, taking a little bit of time to slowly get up to speed here. And you know what? I just remembered to turn my landing rate meter on, but we got plenty of time for that. And while we're airborne on our way, so we'll worry about that in just a second. Here we go. We will rotate. And we're on our way. Positive rate, no more usable runway. Gear is coming up. Beautiful view off to the left there as we're departing on out of here. I'm going to bring the prop to 25 for the climb. Manifold pressure is going to stay full because we're already pretty high up in altitude. Clear to the right. Start a right downwind departure. Continue the turn now to that heading that we selected, which is going to be a 040 heading. So this is where I'm going to start to cheat now. We're going to go heading. We'll go vertical speed, climb at 1,000 feet a minute to start, and we're going to turn the autopilot on. And we're going to let George do some of the work here. Quite nice off the right wing there, chat. Nice little area, and we can see the road that we're following right here. Right out in front of us. This I-15 right off our right. We're going to follow that sucker all the way up to Provo. That's the plan. Yeah, we're going to climb up 9,500, so we still got a little bit of ways to go. Myself a little bit closer to the actual road, kind of turn myself over it. Excuse me. Closer to altitude, let's lower this pitch here a bit. We'll level off at 9,500 by hitting that ALT button. Help us to pick up some speed here in a second. Bring the prop a little bit back. Mixture, we've still got plenty of room to go with the mixture. Or not, apparently. I guess there is where we're going to call lean for what we need. So that's going to pretty much max us out, it looks like, in terms of our airspeed. Go about halfway there on the cowl flaps. That'll get us a little bit more speed. Not having those out, almost kind of like speed brakes out there. Should have proper engine cooling as we're up at the altitude here. That's a little bit colder. And we're moving right along here. Pretty nice view out the front as we're coming along I-15 here up to Provo. Really nice, actually. Like a red rock, almost like we're going towards like a Sedona area. It kind of gives you that kind of vibe with the red rock out there. Very nice view. Went with pretty standard livery on the Seminole here. the sim is absolutely just amazing for the view. There's just no denying that. Well, thanks for coming in today, guys. I hope we enjoy the ride up to Provo at 9,500. VFR, looks like a beautiful day out here. In the, I guess this would be the southern parts of Utah. Yeah, southern going towards the middle parts of Utah. Beautiful day in Utah. Beautiful evening, I should say. I do have real weather. The time is a little bit forwarded, not too much. Maybe like a half an hour or 45 minutes sooner than real world time, just so that I can complete the whole flight in daylight. I didn't plan on doing any night flying. Prefer to be in the daytime for this one. Don't judge me too harshly for wanting that. Road starts to turn a little bit here, so we'll make a left turn to kind of go with it. Okay, if we look at our route, it starts to turn a little bit more towards the northeast here, so we're probably right about near this Parwan Airport, 1 Lima 9. So if I come outside on here, let's see. Yep, sure enough, we just passed it right there. So there's that 1 Lima 9. So we'll try and keep a track of where we are. Continue following this route up here. In terms of altitude, like I said, we'll be good at this 9,500. The next thing we're going to pass is Beaver, which is uniform 52. So we'll try and do our best to kind of make sure we keep track of just exactly where we are at all times as we're navigating up here, since we are just following the road. Try and get a good idea of just exactly where we're at so we don't get lost. Again, the sim looks great. The different colorations all on the rock and everything. The road is very easily defined. Everything looks about as good as you could want it to look in terms of the visuals. And the sim is improving. You know, this Seminole is not a bad deal. You know, I don't think it's worth the $30 that they're charging. I think it's maybe worth about $20. So when I was able to get it on sale, oh, well, I got the Mooney on sale. Technically, I paid full price for this one. But either way, if you get either of the Coronados on sale, they're worth it. Full price, I don't know, because you can't click circuit breakers. There's a lot of things that are still lacking in terms of the functionality, but it's a solid airplane overall. I got to turn the landing rate meter on. That's right, before I forget. Jeez. So that way, when I do ever make a landing, it'll be able to tell me what it is. But I remember to do that. Excuse me. So, really simple stuff. Not like yesterday where I was doing all of the private pilot maneuvers in the 152. That was definitely a lot more hands-on and involved type of stream in terms of me doing a lot more work and a lot more explaining of the maneuvers. This is just a bare bones, simple, decided to whip out the Seminole and do a quick little jog. I don't want to stream for too long tonight because I would like to watch the New Jersey Devils game. That starts at 7 o'clock. So that's kind of why I'm going a little bit early, and I'm going a little bit short and skimpy on you guys, so you'll have to excuse me for that. But try and watch as many Devils games as I can this season before I have to work and go to training and all that. So far they have not lost in 3 games. They're playing the New York Islanders tonight, so hopefully they can continue to surprise, because they look better to start the season than I would have expected, to put it bluntly. I wasn't really expecting much from them this season, and I really still am not, but it has been a nice surprise that they've played as well as they have the first 2 games, so hopefully they can continue with that. It certainly would be nice to have one of my teams not suck, because most of them tend to suck at all times. Everything looks good so far. All the systems are staying in the green. We're maintaining our altitude. And again, we're just cruising along to Provo. Nothing super fancy about what we're doing tonight. I needed a little bit of a more relaxing flight after the busyness of all the maneuvers and everything from yesterday. But it was a lot of fun yesterday, right up until my internet crapped out. If you didn't already get a chance to view the stream from yesterday, make sure to go back and check it out, because I was surprised at just how well the sim handled doing those private pilot maneuvers in the 152. I actually think that it went way better than I was expecting, and so kudos to the sim, I guess, for that, to have enough of that realism to really kind of make it worthwhile. You know, I was able to do the slow flight and the stalls and the not lazy eights, but steep turns, ground reference maneuvers, turns around a point, S-turns across the road, and do it with relatively good success, you know, without too much issue. And other than the fact that my internet pooped out at the end, but do have a nice Virtual USA Flying Club event coming up on Saturday in the afternoon. Looking forward to this one, chat. It's the first of the Home Field Advantage series that Mr. Brant Nyberg is going to be doing. And we're going to do Scottsdale, Flagstaff, Sedona, Grand Canyon, and back. Those are all really nice, nifty looking airports in Flight Sim 2020, so I will definitely be flying in Flight Sim 2020. I'm planning on pulling out the Mooney, I believe, for that one. Is going to be my intent to fly out the Carinata Mooney for that one, since those are some semi-lengthy legs. Hopefully we'll get a good turnout on a Saturday afternoon from the Flying Club for that. Highway gets a little crook to the left here, so this is where we should see there. Sure enough, there's that beaver field that we talked about, Uniform 52 right out there. So we know exactly where we are now if we come and look at our sectional, where we've just hit this little curve right here near Beaver Ridge, if you will. So we'll keep on coming up. We're going to pass these mineral mountains And eventually we'll kind of be going back northeast again. The next airport we'll kind of look for as a reference is Fillmore right there. Again, we're just making sure that we keep track of precisely where we are the whole way up. We got about 51 minutes until we get to Provo at the current rate that we're going, which is not bad at all. Doing 151 across the ground, not bad either. Still no ATC online for the Salt Lake City ARTCC, so we will have to keep checking that just in case they do sign on, because then we might have to get some ATC services in Provo, which is a controlled field. So I will keep my eyes open. Obviously, they'll send to contact me if need be, so we'll keep the ears open too, because you hear the boop 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 from V Pilot if they do send to contact me. Was it necessary for me to do the boop 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 out loud? Probably not, but I did it, chat. I did it. I am very much a child, and I am not here to be judged. Got a little Rona cough too. It's not with the Rona though. I've got a lot of phlegm. Sucks. It's just normal winter cough for me. Although everybody on the street looks at me funny. A little bit of cloud cover coming in here. Broken layer. Scattered layer. We'll call it a scattered layer. Ooh, nice little mountain off the right there. Let's take a look at that. That's a good sight right there. Bit of sim lag. When it rains, it pours. I'm having internet issues, and now tonight, for some reason, I'm having some sim lag. We're gonna open up the old task manager and see that, yeah, sure enough, my GPU is working at 100% apparently. Sometimes you just can't win, chat. If it's not one thing, it's another. I'll do my best to continue to provide some kind of quality entertainment, though. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching the stream as much as I enjoy streaming and doing all this flight sim stuff. Devils pregame just came online, and they're showing highlights of them beating the Rangers a couple nights ago, which I was very happy about, as I'm sure you all know. Let's mess around with these showcase cam views, the fixed cameras, and see what they show. We got one on the tail. Oh, that one's pretty neat. Let's sit on that for a little bit. Really use this view more often. That is an awesome view, actually. Let's see what other ones they got. Ooh, yeah. I like that one too. Interesting. Oh, let's come back into the cockpit view here. Weird. I noticed that I'm only having a little bit of lag issues when I'm clicked onto the one screen versus the other screen. It's a bit of a problem. I'm gonna play around with something here real quick. Chat, I apologize. Okay. That didn't do anything for me whatsoever. All right. Okay, when it rains, it pours, chat. Fix one problem and we find another. Doing some reading, chat, trying to figure out why having issues here. Whatever happened seems to have sorted itself out. I think we're coming up to a point where we need to turn here more. I'm getting distracted here, chat. guess this is the old highway here, isn't it? I gotta... Oh, it splits. Interesting. Where does the highway split, and which way do I have to go with it? Okay. Yeah, that's what happens. You get just a tiny little bits distracted, and now I'm not sure which way I'm supposed to go here. I think I'm supposed to go this way. I'm supposed to go to this highway to our right. It's kind of split on me here a little bit, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I think it's a different road that goes off the left. So yeah, I almost got myself a little lost while I got distracted there. I think this is the highway that we want to follow here. We go past RIF? Where is RIF? No, it's not. Shoot. That is a different way to go, but we were on the correct path originally. I was on the right path all along, and I took myself off it, so let's go ahead and get back now to the original path. And it's amazing, just that quickly, Chet. You get a little tiny bit distracted, and boom. You can get lost in a hurry. What was that? I got distracted for maybe, what, like 3 seconds there? And then poof, I was way off course. Kind of tricked myself to go off course. Because I was actually, technically I was on course, but then I guess got a little confused because of the way the highway split there. But this is the one right here that I need to be following. So I'm getting myself back on course now. Just like that. You can lose yourself if you're not paying attention to the airplane. It really doesn't take much. Now we can make a right turn to kind of rejoin where the highway's going here. Could we have taken that other path that I was about to turn on? Yeah, that still would have actually eventually gotten us to there, but then we would have passed this Richfield airport. So I accidentally turned on I-70 here, where it's split. I wanted to stay on this I-15. So I ended up accidentally going this way, so we just doubled back. Could we still have gone this way? Yes, because then eventually we would have just gone, taken Route 50, kind of reconnected here, or we could have just followed this all the way up and gotten to the same point. But let's try and stay on the original planned course that we had here with the I-15. So you see we got our back on track here. We'll turn to the right a little bit and follow our road. We are VFR even though we're doing the I follow road method. got a pretty good view off of our right for most of this flight with the mountains. Passenger back on the right side is really getting spoiled with a good view there. The very basic paint scheme that we've got on this one. Very lacking in color. I don't know if I like it that much. I think I'll have to stick with either that green or that red and gray one the next time I fly it. I figured I'd give the new color a try, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling the brown scale paint job here. Not quite my taste. About 36 minutes out, it's telling us from Provo. Nothing to it tonight. It's a quick, simple, leisurely flight after doing all the maneuvers yesterday. Again, I'm going to get ready to watch Devils game here in about 15 to 20 minutes, but I'll obviously pay attention to what's going on with the flight until the time comes to watch that game. Hey, there's Kenny Monster. Good to see you, sir. Welcome back. This is not a test. This is the actual stream, finally. I don't think I fixed a damn thing, but so far we're doing okay. We'll keep our fingers crossed that that holds true for the rest of the flight. Bit of a light crowd in here tonight. That's alright. Sure, there's some more important streamers, some more important strummers to be watching this evening. And I am on early. I know that the majority of people that watch Twitch tend to be very much in the evening, later in the evening. That also tends to be when my internet falls apart, though. Go figure. So, we'll keep playing that constant, we'll keep dealing with that constant struggle. I do have a technician from Spectrum that's supposed to be coming over the house tomorrow, who's going to come and check out everything, I guess, and make sure that there's nothing wrong on our end, at least, causing the issues with the inconsistent upload speeds. And I'm sure they'll tell me that they can't find anything or figure anything out, and it's probably just because there's too many people in my neighborhood using Spectrum and that it gets bogged down at peak hours, but can't hurt to have someone come out and check, I guess. Go back to the showcase cam views. Those are pretty sweet. Got the overhead right here. This one was kind of cool too. Seminole. So Piper actually stopped producing the Seminole recently. They're gonna just make a slightly different one under a new name. I don't remember the new name. So they didn't actually really stop making them. It's just slightly different They slapping a new name on it. Head-on view. Other side of the Seminole. I like 1 and 2 the best. 1 and 2 are definitely the best ones. Back into the old cockpit. Make a turn here to keep following I-15 up to Provo. It's been a beautiful view actually so far. This is a really nice little trip. Might have to do something of a similar variety for the flying club at some point. This has been some very enjoyable views. We are passing an airport right here off our left. If I had to take a guess, that's gonna be that that Fillmore Airport, KFOM. Sure enough, it is according to that. So we are right about here, right in the Fillmore area. And again, we're just gonna keep following up. We're gonna pass these canyon mountains right here. Keep following up. We're gonna have the Tintic Mountains. We got Mount. Can't read that. Mount Nero Range, I guess, or Nebo, or whatever you want to call it. And then we'll just keep going all the way up until we get into Provo. Right now, the weather at Provo 300 at 5 knots. So what do we got over at Provo? There's a runway 31 I just saw. Let's open up the big boy here. Yeah, I think runway 31 is probably going to be our best choice here. So we'll probably just do a left base entry for runway 31 from where we're coming from, or potentially even a straight in. How did I close that? Potentially even a straight in to get into Provo this evening. There's a Fillmore near you, KFKA. Yep, that's definitely not the one I'm over right now because I'm in Utah, not Minnesota. But yeah, there's a lot of airports that do share that same name. I just figured out today that there's an airport called Truth or Consequences when I was looking at SkyVector randomly. KTCS. Truth or Consequences Airport. I thought that was quite interesting of a discovery. The good view is definitely still off of the right-hand side of the airplane, no doubt. But we do have this nice little valley that we're going to come through right here. Yeah, there's also a VOR on the field that's also called the Truth or Consequences VOR. So, learn something new every day, because that's definitely not one that I've ever been familiar with. About 30 minutes from our destination here. Okay, I actually remembered to put the information here on the bottom. The flight info right here. Been forgetting to do that pretty consistently, especially with those CJ flights. I really got to remember to do that. With the CJ4 flying, I should definitely have that banner for you guys. But I figured it's just a one-leg deal. Give you something more to look at. I'm not feeling this livery. I don't like this weird brown scale kind of thing. I'm gonna avoid this one in the future and just stick with either that green one, which is pretty nice, and and simple, or that gray and red one is a lot better. Not feeling the brown scale livery for the Coronado Seminole. I'm gonna have to look and see if there's some better liveries maybe for this airplane that I can download and install. It'd be cool if they had a Farmingdale State one. Farmingdale State did have a Piper Seminole for its multi. If there was one of those, that would be freaking awesome. And I'd actually rock the call sign Farmingdale State 42 since it was 142 Lima Hotel. Doesn't look like I'm going to get called into work this week, like I did the last 2 weeks. So we'll see, Chad. I've got one more week of reserve availability next week. I got 4 days, 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. Those could be... That block is the last chance that I'm going to have of getting called in for flying on the 145. If they don't use me in that little block there, then that'll be it. That'll be the extent of my 145 flying. Will have been completed on that last trip that I did last week. And I will be awaiting training on the 175 come March 1st. Time is almost here for me to learn the new airplane, which I have already started doing the computer-based training for the 175. So I've already started to learn a little bit about it. And I'm learning that the 175 is a lot more automated than the 145 even is. A lot more. So I guess my life is going to get easier in terms of flying, going to the, from the 145 to the 175. So automated that I can still simulate. I don't know about that. That might be a bit of a stretch there, buddy. That might be a bit of a stretch. Oh, Jesus. Threw my cell phone right on the ground, chat. What am I doing? Noob friendly. Yeah, maybe. I am definitely not a noob when it comes to flying, though. Auto throttle will be nice. There's a lot of times not having the auto throttle in the 145 where it's like, man, I really wish I had this auto throttle. So it will definitely be nice to have the auto throttle. No doubt about that. By the way, thank you for coming in today, Steve PHL. Good to see you, my friend. We are, about 24 minutes out of Provo, Utah in our Piper Seminole. Am I flying the event tonight? The answer is going to be no. The reason why I'm streaming early is because when I'm done streaming, I'm going to watch the New Jersey Devils game tonight. They're playing the New York Islanders. So because I want to watch the Devils game mostly uninterrupted, I decided to do a nice early flight here, just something simple before I indulge myself in the hockey game. So, no, I will not be participating in the Boston ARTCC event that's going on this evening. But I'm sure it'll be another good one. They always provide high-quality general aviation events over there at the Boston ARTCC. So, I'm sure you guys will have a ton of fun. No, the Islanders are on Long Island. Candy Monster. It's the New York Islanders. They play out on Long Island. You got the New York Rangers that play in Manhattan. And then you got my New Jersey Devils, which play in Newark, New Jersey. Still following our I-15 right here. Pretty easy to see as we're coming through. We got some bigger mountains over there for sure. The Giants and Jets, yes, do play in New Jersey. They play in the East Rutherford, which is the Meadowlands over there in New Jersey. And they, even though they're called the New York Red Bull, the soccer team that I follow for MLS, the New York Red Bull play in Harrison, New Jersey. So for all the teams that actually do play in New Jersey, the Devils are the only one that actually take the New Jersey name. Not that I'm aware of, Kenny Monster. Not that I'm aware of, my friend. I know that they don't play anymore in the Coliseum. They didn't play for a little bit. They didn't play in the Coliseum because of different things, different reasons. They were playing in Brooklyn and Barclays. I don't remember them ever playing in New Jersey though. But I also don't know a lot about the history of the New York Islanders. I only really know more about the New Jersey Devils, being a Devils fan, so. Said your guess be as good as mine. I don't know. I know the Islanders were a dynasty in the early 80s. That's about all I know. And that they are in the same division as the Devils. And that I used to go to Devils-Islanders games in the Nassau Coliseum, which was in Hempstead, New York, about 25 minutes from where I lived on Long Island when I lived out there, and the games were cheap. You'd go to a Devils-Islanders game for like $15. Which is nothing. And it was convenient. It was right down the street from where I was when I was out on Long Island, so it was very nice and easy to do. the game is actually just about to get started here in a little bit, but I am going to finish up this flight before tuning directly into the game, so don't worry, you guys still have my full and undivided attention for at least the next 18 minutes or so. About 20, we'll call it 20, 25 minutes. You got my undivided attention. If I have to sacrifice some of the first period, that's fine. I just definitely wanted to get a stream in today while I could, because I will probably... Well, honestly, Chad, I'll probably be streaming again tomorrow night, and I'll probably be streaming Saturday afternoon for the Flying Club event. So you're gonna end up getting 4 days in a row. I'm gonna try and stream as much as I can until I go to training in March, because once I do go to training in March, that's gonna be it for a while. I'm gonna be in long-term training, and I'm not gonna have a whole heck of a lot of time. Maybe once in a while here and there when I do get my mini breaks to come home, but other than that, I'll be learning the new plane, so try and get as many streams in as I can between now and March. So yeah, I mean, I also, like I said, do have the Spectrum Internet Tech supposed to be coming out tomorrow to help me hopefully figure out what's going on with the occasional loss of frames and the occasional upload speed problems, which thankfully so far tonight haven't had any issues yet. I'm sure I just jinxed myself, but hopefully they'll be able to at least tell me that it's not something wrong on my end, and then it might just be something I have to deal with, in which case, you know, that is what it is. But otherwise, like I said, for all intents and purposes, I probably do plan on streaming tomorrow night. Again, obviously on Saturday afternoon for the Virtue Safe Flying Club event. That's in the afternoon. I will definitely run up a stream for that, because that's a lot of beautiful destinations: Scottsdale, Flagstaff, Sedona, and Grand Canyon National. We'll check all those out. And then Sunday is my birthday. We'll turn 29 years old on Sunday, and I got plans. I got some buddies coming up to come hang out, so I will definitely not be streaming on Sunday for my birthday. But maybe once again on Monday night, I'll probably run the stream up again. Like I said, I'll try and do it as often as I can from here until I go to training. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday indeed. I will be 29, almost 30. Good God. Life happens quick. Pack of fruit snacks does not taste right. What the hell? Might have to try a different fruit snack pack. Maybe it's just all the flavors that I don't like are all in the one bag there. Getting warmer. 37 miles out, about 15 minutes. It's going to be almost time to do stuff. Let me take a peek here. Is there any ATC online? There is not. There's still no ATC online. So, because of that, I don't really have to worry about it. At least not at the moment. Big old mountain right here that we got to make sure that we obviously don't run into. So I'll just kind of turn myself away from it now. We can see the highway kind of just goes right up on it. So we'll kind of just go about, what is this going to be, about a 350 heading. That should do us good for now. We do have an airport coming up in front of us here. That is going to be what airport? It's going to be... It's got to be this Nephi, which we've landed at Nephi in the sim before, chat. I remember we did the free-for-all, Utah free-for-all was one of the events that the Virtuous Safe Flying Club has done, and Nephi was, along with Provo, was a couple of the airports. So you can see Nephi down here. I do remember going in and out of that airport for that free-for-all event that we did in Utah. So we're in familiar territory now in the sim, if we want to look at it that way. Places we've been before. We're gonna go due north, get nice and close up on these mountains. Why not? Very beautiful stuff that we got going on right here. Look at that. Let's call that a view right there. Excuse me. Oh, interesting. It looks like the Devils have decided to go with their backup goalie for tonight's game, Scott Wedgwood. See how that goes for him. Hopefully it goes well, chat. Hopefully it goes well. Wouldn't mind being unbeaten, or at least no regulation losses, I should say, and 4 would be nice. Another win would definitely be better, no doubt. You can see the beauty in front of us now as we're coming up on Salt Lake City. This is the Great Salt Lake, the big old boy right here that we're coming up on. And Provo is going to be just out somewhere over here in front of us, so not too much further, about 28 miles it's telling us. Right out along the Great Salt Lake right over here somewhere is where we're going to be heading, so we are definitely getting towards the almost time to do stuff stage of the flight here. Hey! Good catch on the spammers there, Katie Monster. That was 3 of them in a row right there. I have a decent amount of followers Twitch. I don't need the spam to get any more at the moment. If they want to follow me, they can. I don't want to get a bunch of random followers for nothing. Especially because then I'd have to probably pay for them. It's all a big scam, chat. It's all a big scam. Well, the good news is, like I said, I have not dropped any frames on the stream so far tonight. The bad news is that it's not peak hours yet. I tend to drop my frames around like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the Eastern time zone, and it's only 7 something, so can't call this a true test. We'll have to try again tomorrow night on a Friday night when it's going to be really busy probably, and I'll try and stream later, and we'll see how it goes then. That'll be more of a true test. Let's go into that showcase view. That was really nice. Boom, right here. That's a good view to be in right now. With the mountain there off our right. A little bit of a zipper effect kind of going on in the sim right there on the mountain. That's interesting. Guess even this sim is not perfect. Well, the Islanders have already scored about 4 minutes into the game, so that's not a good start. Bummer. Not exactly the best goal to give up there by the backup goalie. Kind of might be knowing what we're getting into there. All right, we're starting to come into view of some actual land here, some actual cityscape at least. Provo area. So Provo is going to be right behind. You see this little, there's like this little weird little lake coming out of the lake, almost like a little dimple. Provo is going to be just behind that. So we're almost pretty much pointing right at it on this north heading, fairly close to it. What we're going to end up doing is we're going to make a left base over the lake for runway 31 is what I plan to do. So we're, like I said, we're pretty much right where we want to be right now. And at some point I'm just going to get a descent going here. The airport is at 4,497, so 4,500 feet essentially. So we've got a lot of altitude to lose, so I'm going to start burning it. We're going to do a descent here. We'll go about 1,000 feet a minute to start, and we'll slow the descent rate as we get a little bit closer. And then I'll probably just hand fly it once we get a little bit closer to that altitude. Hand fly it the rest of the way into Provo. And only 16 miles out. One more time. Do we have any ATC online? We do not. Checking the VAT spies. There is no ATC, so we're still just cruising right along. What we're going to do is we're going to open these cowl flaps back to wide open again. Keep the engines cool as we eventually get closer here to the airport. Just start to barely make out the field. So if we wanted to go straight into the 3.6, we could, but I'm actually going to make the left base for runway 31 going in here. So we have the field in sight. What a beautiful view it is right here with the field and the mountains right behind it. That is remarkable stuff. That is an incredible little view. In fact, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and try and grab a screenshot here. So bear with me. The screen's going to freeze for a second while I do this screenshot. I apologize. Too good of a view not to get a picture of. Throw that in the old Flying Club Discord. I think now is as good a time as any to start hand flying this bad girl. Take the autopilot off and we'll do it by hand the rest of the way in here. About 10 miles out. Provo traffic, Seminole 124 Mike Charlie, 10 miles to the south. Can enter a left base for runway 31, Provo. Again, we got the field in sight. We're not going straight into this one. We're going to do the left base for the longer runway, runway 31. So we're actually going to do a left base kind of over the lake here going in. But like I said, what a spectacular view on the way in to Provo here in the sim. Again, appreciate everybody that's come in today so far for the stream. It's a short one. We're almost to our conclusion here, going into Provo. If you're just joining, welcome. If you've been here, now's the time probably to start putting in those landing rate guesses. I do have the landing rate meter going for the Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, the G's meter. So if you want to guess a landing rate, we're going to be joining the left base here for runway 31 at Provo very soon. Downwind Sim, thanks for coming in today, sir. Dave MSP, thank you for coming in today also. You're just in time with your prediction. I see minus 65, minus 173. Again, you don't need the exclamation point prediction in this chat. You just need a number, positive or negative. It means the same to me. I know for those just stepping in, I did this stream a little bit earlier than normal because I do want to watch the Devils game, which has already started, and the Devils are already losing 1-0 to the Islanders, so it's not exactly the best start for them. But I am a loyal fan, after all, and I will be watching the game, so we'll conclude with a landing here into Provo. We'll call it an evening, an early evening, so I can watch the Devils game. And like I said, most likely, if I can keep the stream working, we'll stream again tomorrow night. I do have tech from Spectrum coming over the house to figure out why I've been having inconsistencies with my upload speeds at certain times of the day. As you can see, this whole stream I've had not a single drop frame. The drop frames are at 0, so now, of course, you know, I'm sure now that the tech's going to come over tomorrow, there's going to be nothing wrong, and they'll find nothing wrong, and then I'll be like, alright, well, thank you for your time, and then probably later on, that evening when I try to stream, I'll end up encountering more issues, but, you know, so such is life, right? That's the landing gear warn right there, so let's go ahead and put the gear down as we're coming up here. Provo traffic, Seminole 124 Mike Charlie is left base over the lake for runway 31. Provo traffic. Get some flaps starting to go in here. We'll go right to the 20 degrees because we're already in the base, and then I'll do the final notch when we get on to the final. Again, the airport, you can see the runway right over there, so we're definitely in a pretty good base. Probably like a couple mile base right over the lake here. When Sim said, let's go Blues. That's fine with me because we're not in the same division because of this weird realignment that the NHL is doing. I'm a little bit on the high side, but I'm starting my turn. I'll be able to lose that altitude, no problem. We do have 1, 2, and 3 green on the gear, so the gear is down. Last call for a landing rate guess if you want to put one in. Last call. Very high. Also not my best turn to final either. Wow, that's sloppy. Provo traffic, Seminole 124 Mike Charlie on final. Or runway 31 full stop, Provo traffic. That final notch of flaps in. We are there. We go on speed. I did not get called in this week, Downwind Sim, but I did have the 2 trips the past 2 weeks, but nothing this week. Let's see what this landing rate's gonna be. Let's get her settled right in. Minus 109. Not bad. So, well, actually, I've talked about this earlier, Downwind Sim. I'm not going to be doing any flying at all in February because I'm going to be awaiting training, and on March 1st is my official day to go down to Dallas and start training on the 175. So at least I do have a training date now. And so I might have done my last trip potentially on the 145 if I don't get a trip next week when I'm on reserve for another 4 days, because I will then be off for the month of February, so I'll actually be able to do quite a bit of streaming in February, which will be nice. But here we are. Provo traffic, Seminole 124, Mike Charlie is clear of runway 31, Provo traffic. Go park up over here and take a good look at the view outside. Sir Skidmore, thank you, sir. Thank you for coming in today. Yep, March 1st is going to be day 1 of training on the 175 for me. I actually fly down to Dallas the day before on February 28th. So, but I'm actually not super upset about having the month off before going to training. Not having to worry about getting called in off reserve is not a bad thing. And I am already started doing the computer-based training modules for the 175. So. Already starting to learn a little bit about the airplane. And like I was saying earlier in the stream, it is a heck of a lot more automated than the 145. I would say we have arrived at our destination of Provo. Let's go ahead and open the door. Probably a little chilly out here. Oh, we don't need to open the window. But we'll go ahead and kill all the lights and everything. Sim, for some reason, decides it's always going to give me that you're done when you turn the battery off thing. A little logbook action, but there it is. Why is the door not open? Hello? I didn't ask the door to be closed. Here we go. We have arrived. Yeah, the 145 is actually not very automated compared to most aircraft. You'd be surprised. Auto throttle and a lot more of the systems are involved with the 175 that make it even more automated. So, alright. Welcome to Provo. It's a beautiful view in the sim. Holy macaroni. Wow. This has got to be an absolutely gorgeous airport to fly into in real life. I've never flown into Provo in real life. I have flown into Salt Lake City, but I only stayed there very briefly to pick up passengers. So this, like I said, this has got to be just an obscenely beautiful airport to come check out and land in with all that view like that. You got the Great Salt Lake on one side, and then this big old set of mountains on another. It's got to be hard to beat. All right then. Like I said, early stream, short and sweet. I guess Delilah barged into my room and decided not to stay. That's going to do it for me, because I'm going to turn my attention to the New Jersey Devils game, where they are currently still losing 1-0 in the first period, so they got plenty of time to figure it out. Alright, a couple things before I go. I do, of course, want to say thank you for coming in today. I really do appreciate it. It was nice that the stream didn't have any issues, but again, since it's not peak hours, you know, we'll see if this is something that holds true. It'll be funny if I have the tech come in tomorrow and everything's perfectly fine. But, you know, all good. Good to have the good stream running tonight. We do have the Virtue USA Flying Club event coming up on Saturday, so if you're a Flying Club member, Saturday afternoon, Brant Nyberg, a.k.a. Melvin Leroy, is hosting a good one, home field advantage. Scottsdale, Flagstaff, Sedona, Grand Canyon National. It's a 2 p.m. Eastern start, so it is an afternoon event on Saturday. If you're a Flying Club member, I hope you guys decide to join us for that one. Should be a lot of fun. Like I said, I most likely will stream again tomorrow and Saturday afternoon. But then Sunday is my birthday. I'll be turning 29, so you guys will not see me on Sunday. I'll be busy hanging out with a few friends, hopefully. And that'll do it. Let's see who else is streaming so I can give a little hosty host. Who is streaming right now? I'm gonna let you guys pick. Do we want to watch Sim Caesar, Canadian Captain Mustache, or Starflies? What do you guys want to see? Who do you want me to go and give a host to? Yeah, thanks for coming in today, good fixins. Just got here in time. Sim Caesar. Kenny Monster says Sim Caesar. Alright, let's host Sim Caesar. Everyone say hello to Sim Caesar. Excellent, excellent, excellent streamer on Twitch. Very entertaining gentleman. So you guys go say hello to him. Tell him I said hello. I'm sure I'll pop my head in there too. Thanks for coming in today. Have a great night. Stay safe.